Hello, TalkDown fans. It's Mad Dog Marty Sugar filling in for Colton Gee this week on the primer, but only because we didn't want his brain to implode from all the stats we're going to be throwing at you as regards to who the potential top 10 might be after episode 3.13. Now remember, the episode this week is entitled Today's Your Birthday, and it's a themed week chosen by Big West Wrestling's number one superfan, Zoli Kovacs, who celebrates his own birthday this very Tuesday night. All right, no time to party right now. Let's take a look at the competitors. Red De Niro is back in the number one spot, facing number 6 Mean Machine Sr. in the main event here on week 13. A win 99.9% guarantees that Red stays number one going into week 14. The only way the Advocate can retake number one is with a win and 16 more promo of the week votes than Red. The only way Dylan Murphy can retake number one is with a win and a nearly impossible 36 more promo of the week votes. So as it stands, Red is firmly in the driver's seat to maintain number one throughout the regular season and into the playoffs. A loss, however, coupled with a Dylan Murphy win, he's number two. And a loss coupled with both a Dylan Murphy and an Advocate win, then Red is number 3. The very lowest Mr. De Niro can find himself after week 13 comes to an end. Speaking of number 2, Dylan Murphy, he faces Draven Andrews this week, who is a talented promo and stuck in a win-at-all-costs situation. A loss will see Dylan drop to no lower than number 3, just like his Smoke Circle compatriot Red De Niro. That's only if both Red and the Advocate win this week. Number 3, the Advocate, is facing Blue Wilder. While Blue is out of playoff contention, a major upset over the Advocate could knock the face-painted firecracker no lower than number 4 if Rick Jules wins his match this week. Now speaking of Rick Jules, he is facing Malik Mallow, another smooth talker in that win-at-all-cost position. A win can see Rick get no higher than 3rd place after week 13, but only if the Advocate loses. A loss could see Rick tumble all the way to 6th, but no lower, and that's only if both Destro the Escamofo and Mean Machine Sr. win their matches. Destro is facing Casey Peak this week, who only just got knocked out of playoff contention last week. So you know the muscle of Big West Security will be out for vengeance. Destro had that Fire AF promo last week to defeat the debuting Maverick Jack, and another win here can put him back up in 4th place, the gatekeeper of the Smoke Circle, but only if Rick Jules loses to Malik Mallow. A loss to Casey this week can knock Destro as low as 7th, if both Mean Machine Sr. and Justin Sider win their matches. Speaking of number 6 Mean Machine Sr., he can climb all the way to 4th place if he can defeat the numero uno, Red De Niro, this week. But that's only if Rick Jules and Destro the Escamofo lose their matches, or if Rick loses and Dez wins, but Sr. can get 6 more promo of the week votes than Dez this week. A loss to Red this week, which quite honestly seems pretty likely, can see Mean Machine fall no lower than 7th place, and that's if when Justin Sider defeats Dark Princess this week. Justin Sider, who is currently 7th but has spent most of the season as number 8, can climb as high as 5th place this week with a win over the Dark Princess, but only if both Destro and Mean Machine lose this week. A loss does absolutely nothing to Sider, as nobody behind him is close enough to overtake his hold on number 7 right now. Jeff Christie shocked everyone with that big win last week, and here's hoping it has instilled the confidence that our head of security has been lacking all season. A win this week will cement his hold on number 8, but a loss could knock him all the way to 11th and out of the playoff if he loses to his opponent this week, Max Cage, coupled with wins by Malik Mallow and Draven Andrews. A win by Malik Mallow over Rick Jules this week can see Mallow go from 9th to 8th if Jeff Christie loses. A loss this week, coupled by a win or a draw from Draven Andrews and a win by Max Cage, or even a loss by Draven Andrews, but Draven gets 15 more Promo of the Week votes, or a draw by Max Cage, who somehow gets 16 more Promo of the Week votes, could see Malik fall out of playoff contention. This is where it starts to get muddy and crazy. Now, a win or a draw by Draven Andrews, coupled by losses from Jeff Christie and Malik Mallow, can see Dre move as high as 8th. A loss, however, could see Dre fall as low as 11th and out of the playoffs if Max Cage wins his match or gets a draw and at least 2 more Promo of the Week votes than Dre. Andrews is in tough this week as he's facing the hottest competitor right now, Mr. Number 2, Dylan Murphy. Max Cage is sitting in 11th spot. He needs a win, coupled by anyone named Jeff Christie, Malik Mallow, or Draven Andrews losing. Any one of those 3. And he will finally find himself in playoff contention. And what a time to do it! A loss this week does not knock him out of playoff contention yet. And while that is a safety net of sorts, now is not the time to take a break so late in this season. Number 12, the Dark Princess, has a tough road to make the playoffs. But could she be a true Cinderella story? A win over the Fanley and Justin Sider, coupled with losses by Malik Mallow and Draven Andrews, can keep her in the playoff hunt. A loss to Justin Sider this week will all but confirm she is out of the playoffs unless Draven Andrews loses and she maintains her slim lead over Dre in Promo of the Week votes, of which she is currently leading him 20-18. That covers everyone but Maverick Jack and Chucky Lee Ray, who meet in our semi-main this week. Now, while both of these men are not making the playoffs guaranteed, these are promos that could lead to an actual match somewhere in the Okanagan or Alberta. So this battle could literally steal the show. Clear as mud? I thought so. I'm your guy, Mad Dog Marty Sugar. Colton Gee will be back next week unless it gets even more complicated. Until then, we'll see you Tuesday.